Hello everybody, BrioS here, and today I am examining one of the more famously mediocre mechs of the game. And that's a crying shame because this mech is actually pretty darn sexy. I do like the design a lot. But before I go on, let me introduce you to the 80-ton awesome hero, the Pretty Baby. And this guy, let me talk about the negative points first. Why is this mech considered mediocre? Well, firstly, in terms of hitboxes, it's huge, easy to pick out on the battlefield, and the side torsos are easily isolated. So defensively, very weak. And honestly, whatever you do on the Pretty Baby, you could probably do something better on the other variants. So the hero mech doesn't add value to the chases at all. And the hard points honestly are also pretty darn sad. So with all these negative comments, you might be wondering, why am I looking at the Pretty Baby in the first place? Well, firstly, I'll admit this is not a meta build. It's not meant to be top tier. But the main reason I'm looking at the Pretty Baby is because the June patch brought with it a whole bunch of mobility tweaks. And the objective that the Quadrant wanted is to make the more mediocre mechs more viable. And this is a good candidate to check it out. And in fact, the Pretty Baby also has a pretty interesting fact about it. In fact, other than getting mobility buffs, if you look at this image here, the Pretty Baby actually has an amazing torso twist speed. In fact, the Pretty Baby, in my opinion, I think has the highest torso twist speed of any assault mech in the game. And in fact, in case you don't know, the torso twist speed of 126 is as good as the new Bushwhacker torso twist speed. So it twists as good as or even better than many medium mechs. So I thought I'll give this guy a try a new build on it, and see how it does on the modern day battlefield post June patch. And spoiler here, it's a lot better. And it doesn't run lerms. So let's take a look at the quirks first actually before I go into the build. So if you're wondering about the quirks of the Pretty Baby, they are pretty good, and I'm building my mech around the quirks. If you're wondering what the quirks are, in terms of cooldown, it has an energy cooldown and missile cooldown 20%, allowing its weapons to fire faster. It also has heat quirks. The missiles generate 10% less heat, while the energy weapons generate 5% less heat. And the energy range quirk of 10% allows the energy weapons to shoot to a longer range. So pretty nice quirks, but remember the hard points aren't that fantastic. It has some structure quirks, but that's really not important. And let's get down to the build. So working with those those quirks in mind, I'm actually trying to build a mech to maximize the torso twist speed. And also, to be honest, my defensive skills are not so good, so this is a good mech to practice my torso twisting. Sometimes I do that, and it's good to develop your gameplay. So anyway, let's talk about the build. For splash damage, I have 3 MRM20s with a shorter volley length for MRMs, and to back it up, I have 2 snub-nose PPC for pinpoint damage. Normally this is a pretty hot build, but with the energy quirks, it's kinda bearable. And it also has 15 double heatsinks. 4 tons of ammunition for the MRMs are a bit less than what I would like to carry, but it'll have to do. And that's because I have 2 snub-nose PPC for additional damage. All this with a light fusion 300 engine for a pretty nice speed of 63.5. So the idea for this build is actually to brawl, to go in, fire those weapons, twist and turn, and of course reposition, and of course repeat and smash the enemy. And as you can see from the gameplay, it may not be top tier, but it can be pretty effective as a brawler. And of course, let's look at the skills. With all its firepower, I'm piling in the firepower skill tree with 44 SPs, getting full velocities because 15% boost to the MRM velocity and snub-nose velocity is pretty darn sweet. And with those MRMs probably as his primary weapon, I'm getting the missile skills. Missile rack skills, 2 of them, to maximize the ammunition because 4 tons might not be enough. It's enough for most quick play matches actually. 2 missile spread nodes because MRMs really benefit from the 5% reduction in spread, and a whole bunch of heat and cooldown quirks. In fact, the heat reduction of 10.5 stacks with the quirks, and the cooldown reduction of 8.25 stacks with its weapons. So the effective cooldown is minus 28.25% for all its weapons. And with a total damage output of about 82, that's pretty darn vicious. And a 10% range actually helps the snub-nose PPCs a lot. And with the additional quirk of energy range 10%, the snub-nose PPCs have a 20% energy range. And that's not too bad actually. It allows you to hit, I think, up to 324, yep, 324 meters at optimal range, which at maximum range of 648 kind of matches the MRMs. So it's a mid-range fighter if you really need to. For mobility, I put in 17 SPs. My usual is 16 actually, but I add on the torso twist speed to increase the torso twist speed by 5%. But other than that, my usual allocation for mobility 3, which gives me XL 10.5%, 14% decel bonus, and a torso, I love the torso, but I'm actually talking about the turn rate of 24%. The standard 20 SPs in operations for 5 nodes of cool run to increase the heat dissipation by 10%, and 5 nodes of heat capacity increased for, I got confused, 5 nodes of heat containment for the heat capacity increase of 15%. Yep, I said it correctly. And 10 nodes into auxiliary for 2 artillery strikes and 2 cool shots with the cool shot cooldown of minus 25%, because it's still a really hot build, so you want to fire the second cool shot faster. So that's it. That's the Brawler pretty baby with the insanely fast torso twist speed. And when you play a build like this, you gotta maximize its strength. So gonna show you the gameplay where I was practicing my torso twisting and also using it to as much advantage to myself as possible. So with that being said, before I show you the gameplay to show what this guy can do, it's still not top tier, but I must say that it's a lot better than it used to be. And you don't have to run lerms on this, just run MRMs. Yep. So anyway, let's get on to the gameplay and let's watch some awesome brawling action. Let's go. Here we are on Frozen City Night for the very first showcase match. And at its heart, this build is a brawler. A pretty bad brawler because of its white torsos and pretty darn bad hitboxes. But it's still fun. And I'm gonna show you that brawling is not dead. In fact, talking about brawling, one of the mistakes a lot of players doing brawls do is that they rush in as early as possible. And that is a mistake because they want to get into range, but end up being way too far forward and meeting the whole enemy team, which is a recipe for instant disaster. So what I'm going to do in this awesome with its poor defensive capabilities is to cover my team, wait for a good opportunity and then rush in, hoping to twist the damage away and deal that 82 damage with my weapons and do it fast with the fast cooldown. This team is a very aggressive team, moving across the Charlie tree gap. So I'm gonna check the left side, maybe find an enemy, drop a strike if I can. And there they are. The massive mechs at Charlie 4. Ebon Jaguar is already open CT, I think. Blood as Echo, left torso. Fairly and his Kodiak and the Orion are both really aggressive, pushing forward as you can see. I'm gonna go wide a bit. Nova left torso. Charlie 4 guys. Trying to use the range to do a bit of damage from the right flank. Charlie out of position. It's a Dire. Pulse Dire. So one Dire wolf there, gonna try sneak up on him. If you look at the minimap, we are pretty alone for now.
Left flank.
I have a bit of range, so I'm gonna try do damage from this point. Second strike goes down. Gonna use it as a distraction as I move in. So
Try
one,
to get the Dire, Charlie.
so one Dire there, gonna try get him. Use my range.
Nice. Wolf behind you.
Left torso, pushbacker. There he is, Charlie.
Dire left torso, one more shot. Charlie.
Yeah, it's left torso's caught. Gonna try pick it up. But he has reinforcements. Time to pull back.
Charlie going down. Advance Charlie 4.
So down goes the Dire, making some calls to move up.
Echo's hurting. Yep. Blood as Echo. Warhammer Foxtrot left torso. Watch out for Delta 4. Something in our rear.
Yeah, a whole bunch of BrioS been sort of trying to point it out.
Yeah, I'll let you protect my S as I YOLO in.
No, I'm down.
Yeah, that means it's time to rush in.
Oh,
no.
Oglock, that was a headshot.
Share the armor. 4-3, game is close, but I'm pretty fresh. Time for brawling to shine. So looking around this corner, there's an enemy mech. There it is. Huge alpha gets him.
Warhammer somewhere caught CT. Lemur.
Pushing forward and trying to find the enemy.
Target acquired.
There it is, Juliet is called. 6-3, more or less mop up now. Still fresh.
Target destroyed.
Fire and
New
twist,
target
basics of
acquired.
firing.
Charlie for Bravo.
Practicing it. So turning around back to this area, gonna try hunt down Bravo, the executioner. Typical laser build, twisting the damage away.
Ammo at 25%.
It's always good when I get that warning and I'm running out of ammo. Means I've been firing a lot. So there's the torso twist I'm practicing. As you can see, it's really good. The Pretty Baby torso twist is really top tier. To make the mech isn't. So 9-5. Just 3 more. 2 more now.
Lights. Yep, there they are.
Trying to
Delta
find some meat to smash. Okay, that sounded a bit wrong, but you get what I mean. So as you can see, torso twist speed is really good. Able to twist the damage like here. So fire and twist, basics of defensive gameplay. And this build, this Pretty Baby actually helps me practice that quite a lot. Even though I lost my torso.
Destroyed.
Yep.
MRM destroyed.
So one last guy.
AC destroyed.
Yeah, I think we more or less got this game.
Destroyed.
So and then that's the Pretty Baby for you. Kind of almost out of ammo. Can I get that last kill? Moving on. Legs are called the Cougar. One more shot. Can I do it? Cooldown. Yeah, I got him. Fast cooldown allows me to get that last shot out.
Better than the last match.
So that was a pretty successful brawl, winning 12-5, only one torso blown off, not too bad, able to twist most of the damage away, 1040 damage, 5 KMDDs, 3 kills, 2 of them solo, a pretty nice output, and a sweet match score, 6-6. So as you could see, this build actually performs pretty nicely, still not top tier as I said, but still pretty effective. But gotta admit, my team in that Frozen City Knights match was pretty darn aggressive and they had a few quality players. So that was a good team, allowing me to do some damage at medium range, 4 to 500 meters with my MRMs and snub-nose PPCs before I moved into Brawl. And like I said, timing in the entry is everything as you saw in that match. Also, the torso twist speed was able to twist a lot of damage away and that was pretty darn sweet. Losing only a torso and yeah, allowing me to practice torso twisting. But right now we have another match on a Brawl friendly map, and this time it's Mining Collective. Kind of troublesome, or rather worrisome, because I'm actually taking point in the awesome going to the Echo 4 ramp, and I honestly don't really want to take point in this build. But anyway, let's move up carefully, checking out the corners in case a light comes in, and see whether I can do some damage.
Target acquired.
So, gonna check out the tunnel here. And true enough, there's some mechs there. Kind of long range, but within the range of my weapons. Fire and twist, spreading the damage over my mech as I fall back. A quick check on the minimap shows I'm not really well supported here, so not gonna be too aggressive. Enemy drops the strike, so I'm not gonna push up. I may be a brawler, but I'm not a stupid brawler. Gonna fall back. One archer here. He's not gonna move up that friendly archer. Just gonna stand and lurk. We've already lost one mech. Enemy is pushing hard the other side. But we got the few assaults here pinned down. Dropping a strike at the top, hoping to do some damage to the mechs around it. There's the torso twist I'm practicing. Lots of fire coming in. Twisting hard to spread the damage among my side torsos. Banshee goes in, tries to trade, takes a shitload of damage without twisting. He falls back as I type. This match actually has 2 Pretty Babies. Me on this side and one on the other side. Very rare actually.
New target acquired.
So the enemy has got this corner really well covered. But we got 2 guys here with me. A Banshee and a Roughneck. So I'm gonna let them trade a bit. Take some damage and deal some damage. So a bit of pop-tarting. This build doesn't deal well with pop-tarts. Warcore, that's him. So that's an Annihilator. Hotel. It's Vampy and a 6 snub-nose Annihilator. Gonna trade with him. He's going up. His low mount's gonna be a problem on that slope up to the center. Sadly, despite all my twisting, my right torso's already caught. So I gotta twist, present my left torso to protect my right. So mentally programming my brain as I trade around the corner.
New target acquired.
There's Vampy again on the slope. Like I said, the mounts are pretty low on the Annihilator 1E. So hopefully he stays there. Nah, he doesn't. There he is. He caused my other torso, able to twist the damage so that the snub noses hit my left instead of my right torso. But I'm still really badly hurt.
New target.
The trading is
acquired.
going badly here, so I'm going to fall back a bit. And just as I fell back, the enemy pushed up into that exact position.
Target acquired.
So we're going to hemorrhage max because of my retreat. So it's time to re-enter. Hotels stick, ignore it. Vampy goes down. KMDD on him. Echo 4 guys, don't run away please. Calling out Echo 4 actually for friends to defend. Hopefully my team will reinforce me so we cover the Echo 4 gap. Whoever's engaging the executioner, right there. 5-3. Slight advantage in terms of kills. This point on, the torso twisting is really important because I'm caught in both side torsos. Very common in an executioner, or rather in a awesome.
Critical damage. BBC destroyed.
5-4 team is very passive. Yeah, so I'm gonna try tank a bit even though I'm caught everywhere in my torsos. Gonna work on the Vindicator's left leg. Fire and twist, remember. He picks a bit.
Ammo destroyed.
Not good twisting, took a bit of damage. Rush in, present my arm. He's caught, and coup de grace, got him. Solo kill too.
Acquired.
Alpha Blackjack. 7-5, and we have a Roughneck in front. Telling the Roughneck I'm gonna support him, but I'm really badly hurt. One shot.
Acquired.
But no pain, no gain. So moving in, Blackjack comes in, he's caught, and yeah, gets him. Distracted by the Roughneck. That's why you call teamwork. So letting the Roughneck take damage as I move to the side. There should be a catapult. There he is. Too distracted by the Roughneck. Still there. He's caught CT. Oh, didn't get him. Oh, and with that blast, I am weaponless. MRM's out of ammo. Snub noses blown off.
Destroyed.
Left also caught bad. Run! It's time to run. And mouse guard saves me.
At 0%.
So with that, it's 11-5. Game is won. I am still alive, which is always an achievement with an awesome brawling. That's why I don't see many brawl awesomes. They're not set up in terms of hitboxes and size for brawling. So that's it for this Brawl Pretty Baby on Mining Collective, ending the game alive but weaponless. So I would like to think it's pretty effective twisting, I don't know. But 8 to 9 damage, 4 KMDDs, 2 kills, pretty effective, almost 500 max score, 498. And all this brawling in and awesome, not bad the mobility tweaks. And with that, we've come to the end of this video on the Pretty Baby Brawler, with the June patch bringing in the mobility buffs, especially for that sweet torso twist speed. I must say that the Pretty Baby is a lot more viable, and that's what these patches are all about. And you don't really have to run limps on it. But still then, try the other things, the other mechs that were affected by the patches, and have fun. And as always, I will see you guys on the battlefield. Till next time guys, ciao.